Transformers, episode 22. Enter Nightbird. So in this particular episode, they're trying to introduce female robots into the Transformers universe, and I think they tried, but they didn't do it successful enough. Later, they introduced other Transformer robots into the world, but I think that it's just they missed the boat because if I think they should have introduced a literally Transformer from Cybertron that was on their group, and kind of like what they did with Beast Wars, with intelligent female characters. But they didn't do it in this one, so this is what happened. So you've got they're setting up these detection panels on the floor. Mind you, the one who keeps breaking in is Laserbeak. So I'm wondering, why would panels that Laserbeak could fly over really help? Now, you are robots. Couldn't you create like lasers that, like, you know, or systems that detect robots? Couldn't you have like an eye scan thing or like a handprint? I don't know. Like, why is your door even open? Like, why is that's the huge thing. Like, why don't you have a door? That's the huge thing. Like, why don't you have a door? I don't know. You know, that would be a good idea. So then this doctor calls Optimus and he tells him, "Hey, listen, we've created this robot, and then can you come over here and help us guard her?" And Optimus says, my curiosity is aroused. Doctor, we will come." So for me, that's a sexual joke because the word aroused and come, and I'm a 5-year-old child, or 12-year-old child, because 5-year-old children have no idea what that is, or I hope they don't. Then you've got Wheeljack and Ratchet making jokes about Nightbird. They're like, "Oh, you know, her extension cord is probably really long, ha ha ha, you know, and then she can come with batteries, ha ha ha," but later she whoops everybody's ass. So Nightbird, female ninja, is introduced. So then you've got, she's supposed to assist man in whatever they do, not assassinate. That's what the doctor says. But she's a ninja. Now, mind you, you could have made her a doctor. You could have made her a police officer. Even a police officer. You could have made her a robot police officer. But no, you made her a ninja. You could have made her a female samurai. But no, you made her a ninja. So I think she was created to assassinate. And then Optimus, the Decepticons show up, they steal Nightbird, and in the process, Optimus fights with Megatron, and Optimus gets shot in the back, and the Optimus says at one point goes, "Rah, rah, rah," and it's like, really? Like, do you catch it? Did you see it when he falls forward? Alright, it's like, totally like, it's not even his voice, I think. And then, not obvious at all where base is. Oh yeah, the Decepticon base has this giant Decepticon insignia. It's like, this is not a secret base. Clearly it's not a secret base. And then the Autobots explain to the doctor, they're like, "Hey, you know, I'm sorry we let this happen," and the doctor says, "These events could not have been foreseen." Yes, you're building a robot and you're asking it to be guarded. So clearly you kind of foresaw that this might happen. Okay, so yes, the events could have been foreseen, and you clearly did. So then Jazz calls her the little lady. "We're going to get your little lady back." And it's a little derogatory, and I think that the whole point of the way they wrote this episode was that the Autobots were being derogatory towards women, and they were underestimating women, but the reality is that this female robot ended up whooping all their butts, and actually like doing so much more damage than the Decepticons ever did, and breaking into their base. So that was, I think that it was somewhat of a feminist episode, I think, but the issue with it is that it didn't carry through into the entire season. So it was just kind of like thrown in there, like, "Oh, women watch Transformers too. Oh, so here's some breadcrumbs, ladies." And then she does this whole Wonder Woman homage where she spins around and she turns all bright, and then but she disappears. She doesn't actually turn into Wonder Woman. She just spins around because she broke into their base in order to steal the energy finding chip. And okay, so then they chasing her, then they shoot her with a stun ray or whatever, and then she's playing Roboto Possum. Why do you have to ask Roboto into everything? You're in Earth. Why can't you just say she's playing Possum? Do you have possums in Cybertron. It's like I'm a little confused. So, why that reference? And it happens through this entire series. They'll throw in Roboto or, in order for terms that are used on Earth. She has a lightsaber. Star Wars not off there. And then she stole the chip energy finder of all the worlds, so the Decepticons can find where all the energy is, which is a little obvious as to where you can find all the energy. And Optimus says Megatron. I knew it. I'm like, he's the one who stole her, and he's the main bad guy. I don't think you've encountered any other than Dr. Arkeville, which could have plausibly stolen her, but no, of course, it's going to be Megatron. Yes. I don't see who else. I don't see the Shredder coming in, or any of the bad guys from the Power Ranger people coming in and stealing her. So yes, I'm going to assume that it's going to be Megatron. Starscream helps the Autobots. So they fight, and then Megatron shows up to try to save her, and then Starscream, he captures Starscream. He's going to replace Starscream with Nightbird, so he's going to finally get rid of Starscream. But Starscream gets out, he shoots a little rocket, and he gets out of his cage, and he goes, and he shoots Nightbird with a stun ray, and then they capture Nightbird, and the Megatron's like, and they go away. They put Nightbird into this coffin-looking thing, which is a little like, we're gonna, we tried our feminist move and it didn't work, so we're gonna just go ahead and put a coffin on it. And Nightbird's angry. She's like, "Argh." So this leads me into a little rant about the industry and a certain theory that people have said about how women are subjugated in the entertainment world. For instance, the Wonder Woman movie, and everybody has been talking about, when is the Wonder Woman movie going to get made? So then the question becomes, the reason why a Wonder Woman movie, what they do, like with the Catwoman movie, is they'll put out a bad movie, and so when people go, oh, that was a bad movie, we'll never do that again. So it allows for people to get turned off to a female character, when in reality these female characters are very necessary for humanity in order to inspire us to look at everybody equally. So I think that this is kind of a nod to that particular situation, where this episode just didn't hash itself out in the feminist context altogether, because they could have just introduced a female bad guy or a female good guy and then just moved on and had her in the other episodes, but they didn't. In the seasons later, they actually introduced 3 female Autobots, and that's it. And there wasn't an RC. RC was thrown in there, and RC is kind of like a very weak character. She's not very strong, and she's pink, and so it's like you don't necessarily need to make a robot pink and have it be a female. So there's something to that. So did you like this episode? Did you not like this episode? And quiz time. Who created the Technobots? Who created the Technobots? Do you know? Do you remember? Let me know in the comments, and you might get a prize. I have some prizes. Not Transformers related, so sorry, but they are robot related. And it is art, and it might be worth more than the Transformers. Alright, so peace out and enjoy. Till all are one.